Hey guys, got a new week coming at you. This is May 20th through 24th. Remember, we have Murph on Saturday, the 25th, so that's going to factor into our programming a little bit. I'm here at Dean's Cafe with my kids, so if they pop in, that's what's up. Let's share this screen and get started here. So, as I said, May 24th through 20th. Monday, let's break down the workout. So every 75 seconds or 1 minute and 15 seconds across 9 sets, you're gonna do in the first part 10 single arm bench or landmine dumbbell row right. Okay, so I threw a bunch of stuff in there. You're gonna use the benches and you're gonna use the dumbbells for most of our clients for a dumbbell row, pulling with one hand on the bench, one hand pulling that dumbbell. Some people, like some of our men, maybe Cameron or Bobby, we don't have dumbbells that are heavy enough for them. So go ahead and set up the landmines and put the landmine next to the bench, and they can grab on the landmine and you can really load that thing up so that 10 reps can be an RPE of 7. And that is our goal, to be right at 7 out of 10 on our perceived exertion. You're going to do right side on one round, left side on the next round. And then on that third minute, that third set, you're going to have them do max deficit push-ups with men on 45 pounds, men on 25 pounds, hands there, going down until their chest, touches the ground, and then coming up. They're going to do deficit push-ups whether they can do normal push-ups or if they're on their knees. They can also do these on dumbbells if you like, but we do want their chest touching the ground. It doesn't matter if they get 2 or 20. We're looking for as many as they can in one set there. After that, you're going to go into depth part B, which is an AMRAP of 15 minutes of single arm dumbbell hang clean high pull. So just from the center, pulling that elbow outside. I want that dumbbell coming almost up to their chin and back down. From there, they're going to go into the push press on that same arm. So 8 on the right, then 8 push press on the right, then 8 left, 8 push press on the left, 200-meter run. You're going to do that for 15 minutes. This is a high volume pull, so their traps are going to be really sore, their shoulders are going to be blown up. So in the warm-up, we want to do our strong shoulder warm-up, have them do spins, rotations on the bar while holding on, some hangs, some scap pull-ups, some banded extensions. Those things are all good to prep the shoulders. The other thing I want you to prep is pulling motions. So again, scap pull-ups or banded pulls with the bands around the rig, like I saw you guys doing the other day. Love that. Use some of that. And in the skill section, we're going to be working on push press timing. And that's what the video below is talking about, and how to get the most out of your push press timing. So that's Monday. Again, let me know if you have any questions there. Tuesday, we've got a workout called Dig. Again, every 75 seconds or minute and 15 seconds across 9 working sets. The first one, you've got Cossack squats only on the right. So wide stance, descending down onto that one leg and coming back up heavy as they can for a set of 10. Okay, so encourage them to go heavy here. This is pre-fatigue, but we're trying to go super heavy. Then the next minute and 15 seconds, do that on the left. And then the last one, you're going to have them do with 2 dumbbells a Romanian deadlift, focusing on really stretching and engaging those hamstrings and glute muscles, and then pulling up from there. Dig part B, there they go, is a 4-rounder of 15 calories for men, 12 for women, 15 Russian kettlebell swings, and then 20-meter walking lunge, no weight. So no weight for the run, lunge, and then a minute of rest in between rounds. Thoughts on the warm-up? I definitely want you to do hip flow and hip mobility drills, because we're going to be doing so much on that Cossack squat. So really open up their hips and activate those glutes with some external rotation drills. Maybe some banded marching side to side would be a great thing to cue and warm up those glutes before we ask them to lift heavy. And then some single leg work, whether that's single leg block step ups, pistols, or glute bridges, just to promote that stability within the hip complex so that they're not going into it cold. The skill section, I want you to do after part A, before part B, and these are banded kettlebell swings. That's what the video link below goes over. And this is really going to allow them to feel the kettlebell snapping back into the hip socket or hip pocket and get explosive out of that. So watch the video, try those banded kettlebell Russian kettlebell swings yourself so that you know what you're going to be coaching. But it's a great technique to get them ready and in explosive hit mode for those kettlebell swings because we are going heavy today. Moving to Wednesday, the 22nd, we've got every 3 minutes now for 4 working sets of supinated pull-ups. Okay, that's max supinated pull-ups. So remember, supin is chin. So we got our hands facing my face. As many strict pull-ups as they can. If they can't get more than 3, we want them to use a band. So we're looking for between 4 and 15 reps max. If they can get more than 15 reps in strict pull-ups, add weight. So put a vest on them, even the little vest will do there. And then 15 dumbbell lateral raises. Remember that is here with our thumbs up to the sky, raising out to our sides. After that, you got torch part B, every 90 seconds across 10 sets. Okay, so this is going to take you 15 minutes in total, 5 sets of each of these. So you got the first one is 20 seconds of sprinting all out on the bike or row or ski or even shuttle run. If somebody wants to shuttle run, this is a sprint on there. They're going to get off and they got 15 weighted hanging knee tucks, 30 and 20 respectively for men and women. And then they can rest. So 20-second sprint, 15 weighted hang knee tucks, rest until the next round. And then you've got 20 cal sprint, 20-second sprint for calories again, and 15 dumbbell bent over reverse fly. So they're going to have 2 dumbbells for this. Here, we're pulling back behind us into that Superman position as if Superman was flying. Yeah, Superman was flying across the sky. 25 and 15 respectively for men and women there. If you want to break the class apart, so half of them start on part 1 and half of them start on part 2, and then they switch as equipment might be a problem, that's okay. And you can also use kettlebells for the hanging knee tucks. You don't have to use dumbbells there. In the warm-up, I want to see you doing high volume, high tempo, very fast banded curls and presses. Okay, so we want to get full extension, maybe a Tabata of those to really blow up the bicep and tricep and get them warm and ready to do some hard work here. The other thing I think would be a good idea is some dumbbell lateral carries and other farmer carry variants. So having them put 2 dumbbells or plates out here and walking 20 meters here, walking 20 meters here, walking 20 meters with them. Go through some variants on that to get the shoulder ready for some stability and isolate that shoulder complex so that it's strong and ready to perform when we get into the pull-ups and lateral raises. The skill section is we're going to be working on the pull-up today. And so you're going to be doing some top pull-up holds. So isolate, pull, and hold, maybe some slow descents, and practice some efficiency within that chin-up variant. And there's an article here on strict pull-ups and some tips and cues to get people to get their first strict pull-up. And if you can get somebody their first strict pull-up today, wonderful, wonderful. Thursday, May 23rd, we've got Grace. So this is a benchmark workout. We're going to do the Bergner warm-up for the warm-up. Bergner, and add load. This is your time to look at them, cue technique, fix any inefficiencies that you see. The video link below is how to gain efficiency in the clean and jerk, especially a clean and jerk this light at 135 for 95 pounds. We want to see them moving fast. And I also want to see them doing fast singles or big sets. And I know that seems counterintuitive. When I do Grace or when Bobby does Grace, I do a set of 15 right out of the bat. Then I do fast singles from there. So I split it up. I get a big chunk of work done, and then I just have to hang on. Use the crash pads. Okay, they have to lift from the ground, but use the crash pads for weight, for noise reduction, especially in that 6:30 a.m. class. You can see I put a bunch of scales up there. So we got RX, scale version 1, scale version 2, scale version 3. Of course, you can scale further. And if we have somebody like Raquel, who's pregnant, use the dumbbells instead of the barbell so we're not impacting her belly on that lift. After they do Grace, they can rest. They can rest a few minutes. And then we've got a cool down-ish, not really a cool down, 3-rounder of 45 seconds of L-sit, 30 Russian side taps. That's in the hollow rock position using kettlebell to tap on each side, and then 10 banded Pallof presses. This is a core strengthening cool down, low intensity. Don't worry about the time there because you should have a pretty fast class. I expect you to be done with Grace at about 40 minutes into class. So everything from warm up, skill, Grace, done, 40 minutes. And then you can use the remaining 15 to 20 minutes of class to do Grace Part B with that core cool down. And lastly, Friday, we've got a Shine Part A, which is every 2 minutes and 30 seconds across 4 working sets. Okay, and you can see the reps there of 15, 12, 10, and then AMRAP of a seated dumbbell Arnold press. So they're gonna be seated on a bench or a box and double Arnold pressing up. There's a video below on the Arnold press by Buff Dudes, I think. It's a great little just demo of the movement. This is really difficult on the shoulder. So if you have somebody who's got bad shoulders or hurt shoulders at this point, I don't want them doing Arnold presses. They can just do strict press variant, and that is totally okay. The skill section today we're going through push press timing again. We really want to hit that this week because when we go into Part B, we're doing 5 rounds of 10 or 8 calories respectively for men and women on any machine, and then 12 alternating dumbbell push press. So they're going to have both dumbbells. They're going to dip drive 1, dip drive 2, dip drive 3, and having that other dumbbell that's not going up is actually going to cue their brain like, oh, this is still sitting here, but it gets a little lift from my drive. So we're going to start to develop that hip drive in the push press. 5 rounds of that, no rest in between. And they're going to go into 5 more rounds of 10, 8 calories, the same, and then 12 bar dips. Now, these are bar muscle up and dip on top. So use the barbells on low bars for people to, on the squat rack so they can dip. Feel free to use the other squat racks, bring them out so they can dip on those. These are high rep hard. Now, this is Friday before Murph, so we don't want to blow them up too much, but we do want to activate the triceps and make sure that they're worked so that they're ready for Murph tomorrow for Saturday. So be wise in the weights that you choose. We can reduce the intensity a little bit on the Shine Part B, make it a little lighter so they can go a little bit faster, but we don't want to over stress the triceps because we're going to be doing 200 push-ups tomorrow. If we go to the wrap up of the week, big goals this week, strong pull and push is a main focus this week. So go heavy in the accessories and in the warm-ups. We're trying to build the strong shoulders, and you can see that in this cycle that we're going through. There's been a lot of shoulder work, not just in strength, but also stability. So cue that in the warm-ups and accessories this week. With Grace being right in the middle, we're getting a good focus on the clean and jerk. So on Wednesday, I know I told you 40 minutes, but if you're going to take longer than that because you're doing more time and technique, calling out reps, doing everybody doing the clean, everybody doing the jerk, and you're really honing that in, that's fine. That is more than fine. In fact, I would love to see great technique in the Olympic lifts this week. And remember, Murph is on Saturday. So prep technique, go over the pull up with people, go over the push up with people, talk about mental capacity, talk about being in the right headspace for Murph. Yes, it's going to suck, but you can do it. And go a little bit easier on Friday so they don't blow up the press. That's your week, boys. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Use the slides and use the videos. They're all available in Google Drive, and enjoy. It's a wonderful week. Awesome, boys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Monday.